Hey guys, welcome back. This is Jack, and this is another roulette test or casino lab system. So what we're going to be doing today, this is not our system. This was sent in to us, and it's from Roulette Master's channel, our buddy over on the other channel, Roulette Master. And you know, with his channel, they're not his systems, they're subscriber sent in systems. So sometimes there's something interesting, and sometimes it's just crazy, absolutely nuts roulette systems that we would never use. But this one was really interesting. I think it has a very interesting premise, and it's based on the simple fact that when you play these high coverage systems for roulette, the problem is that you win and win and win, but when you have to get into a recovery, it becomes really dangerous. So it's really a Jekyll and Hyde situation when you do these high coverage systems. But this subscriber sent in something called the rule of two, and I think it's very interesting. Obviously, I'm going to show it to you, but you have to test it for yourself. So you know, on our channel, a lot of the things we do come out of our own casino lab. Some things come from revisions of systems we've seen in other places where we put our own spin on them. And then other times they're older systems possibly that had horrendous money management that we've reworked with brand new, safer money management. So this is an interesting one. So let's get right to it. We're gonna do $10 units, and I think that's what he did as well. What he did was they start out with 5 double streets like this. They can't be overlapping, of course. So something like this. And let's go ahead and spin. And I will warn you ahead of time, this specific simulator is a disaster. I like the way it works, and I like the way it looks. But playing this sometimes will give you the most ridiculous results. But again, as I always say, only use what you see here in the next 15-20 minutes as a demo for the mechanics. Don't use what happens here as the end all and everything, whether this is good or bad. All right, so the first one was a $10 win. So we're just going to rebet, and we're going to take that 13 out, like so, and just replace it with a different double street, and we'll keep going. And you'll see how the recovery works. All right, there's another win. So we're going to rebet. We'll take that one out, and we'll switch it for this one, I guess. Another win. We're going to rebet. We're going to delete that, and we'll move it over here. Whoops, that's not what we wanted to do. Over here. So we're just moving the double street that already won. And when we lose, you'll see how this rule of two works. So that's another win. That was on 30. So we've got to delete this. And we'll just switch it to this one. So we're up $40 right now. All right. That is a loss. That's our first loss. So what we do with a loss is this is when we go into this rule of two business. So now we're going to double everything. And that's a win, but it's a rule of two. So what happens is we keep the bets the same, but we remove the one that just hit. And now we have to hit this one. So that's why it's a rule of two. We now have to hit this one. And we do, which is fantastic. So we're back up $50, and we're going to go right back out and restart with our 5 double streets. And by the way, if we lost that second one, we would still be restarting and returning to the 5 double streets, but we would be doubling the bet. Okay? So that's kind of the way that that works. So here we go. We're back to our base. Oh, that's a loss. Okay? We rebet, we double, and now we're in our rule of 2 recovery. So we've got to hit this one. Oh, that's ridiculous. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, guys. You'll see 400 zeros in this ridiculous software. So that was our first. No. Oh, my God. I may have screwed that up. We lost, and then we were in recovery on the double, and we lost. So I think what we're supposed to do is do it one more time, because this is the number 2. Okay, that's a win, but we're not back because we lost the first one. We may have had the double after that first loss in the recovery. I may have screwed that up. Maybe when you lose the first one in the recovery, you had to double immediately. So I may have made a mistake there, guys. So we'll just keep rolling along. We do have to go back to the restart. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to restart with the 5, but we're going to keep it at the double. So I think I may have made a mistake there. So we'll just assume that it's the same as the second bet in the recovery loss, and we'll leave it at the 20. Let's see if we can get a win here and get back to where we need to be. Okay, there you go. All right, and that did not bring us back. Okay, so we're just going to keep rolling along and doing this. So we're going to go back to our $10 bets. So I may have made a mistake there. But it is a 2-step process. That I did not make a mistake. So we're going back to our original bet, and here we go. All right. And that's a win, right? That's a win. So we're going to rebet, and we will continue. You know what? Yeah, we just continue on. Oh, and I did not move it. That's okay. All right. So we're going to continue on. This time I will remember to move it. That was a 21. So we're going to take that one out. And what did I do here? All right. We're just going to we're going to delete these, and we're just going to avoid the we'll avoid the 21. How's that? Oh, my God. I am really screwing this up, guys. There we go. All right. Back on track. We pulled that one out, and here we go. And there's another win, so we have to remove the 11. So rebet. We're going to remove this one. And you know what? We will remove this one. We'll switch it over here. And then we'll put this one here. And that we're just avoiding the one that just hit. That's all we're doing. Okay, there's another win. So that was 25. We're going to rebet. We're going to delete that. And we'll just pop it over here. And there's another win. And we're going to rebet. We'll delete that one. And we'll pop it back over here. Just so we're avoiding the one that just hit. And that's a loss. So this is, let's see if we can get this down to a science and do this correctly. So now we're in the recovery phase. We still have 5 out there. We're going to double up, and we have to win twice. That's the point. Okay, that's win number 1. So now what we're going to do is we're going to remove this. We're going to stay at the 20. This is bet number 2, and we have to hit. So this time, let's make sure we do it correctly. And we do. Great. Fantastic. So we're back to even now, and we probably would have already been there if I didn't make the mistake earlier. So we're going to go back to our base and back to our base bets amount, the $10. Right? 4. There we go. And here we go. So let's see if we can make some money. Okay. There's win number 1. And we just keep rolling. This time we're going to take this out. That was 25. And we'll move this over. Let's do this. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this, guys. There we go. We just removed the one that was there. All right. And let's see. Rebet. And this time it was 34. So we're going to take this one out and just move it over here. Just so we're not on the same double street. We still have 5. We're just moving it away from that double street. All right, there we go again. Now we're up $30. That was 17. Let's get rid of it there. Let's put it over here. Let's keep going. I like this. I think it's pretty interesting. Okay, of course, when I say that, we lose. So now we go into our recovery, our 2-step recovery phase. So we have to double the bet, and we have to win twice. The first one is with all 5. Okay, that accomplished that. And the second one is removing that one and hitting it. And we did it. There we go. So we're going to be back to our regular scheduled bets. What was that? That was 29. Let's just remove that one. There we go. And we're, whoops. These have to, hold on. Almost screwed that up. They have to go back to $10. 4, 5. There we go. Oh, I am wrong. Got to be over here. There we go. All right, so we're doing it correctly now. So there we go. That's another win. We're making $10 in every win. So let's just move this one from the 19 and move it over here. So we're not going into recovery unless we lose. There's another win. We rebet. We get rid of that one, and we'll just bounce it back. Ooh. Bounce it back over here, and here we go. This is an interesting little money management. There's no doubt about it. 16. Let's get rid of it, and we'll bounce it back here. And you can redo these at any time. It doesn't matter. Okay, there's a loss. It's going to put us in recovery. We're going to double up for our first bet here. All right. Now what we're going to do, remember the second thing of recovery is you have to remove this one. And you have to leave it at that 2-tier bet, the 20. And now you only have 4 double streets. Okay, we got it. Great. So we're at $80. We're going to go back to the base. And back to our $10 and our 5 double streets, and they can't be overlapping. Here we go. Okay, another win. Let's remove it. Let's move it over here, and let's go. Another win. Let's move that one back over here and go. And we're at $100 profit. 110. That's 13. Get rid of that one. Just bounce it over here, and here we go. Wow, I think we've hit 25 a ton of times. But that's this crazy software. We're cruising right along here. All right, there's a loss. And we're going to double. We're in the 1-2 recovery. And we've got it hit twice. There's once. And we're going to remove it for the second shot. And now we have to hit a second point at this time. Okay, we did. Wow. All right. So we're at 130. So let's keep rolling. We'll do a little bit more. Now, if we did not hit on that second recovery step, we go back to all 5, but we double the bet. We go back to all 5 and we double the bet from where we were. Okay? So let's make sure everybody gets that. Here we go. Win. Let's remove it. And I kind of screwed this one up, didn't I? Okay, so let's just delete these. And we're going to avoid 36. That's all. It doesn't matter. There you go. We avoided the 36. And I don't have any overlaps. No, I do not. There we go. There's a win. It's 18. Let's remove it. Let's just pop it over here. And I think you guys get the idea. This is a pretty cool idea. I'll put the original video. It's the second system on the original video. Second system that he does. So I'll put the link in the description. This is pretty cool, guys. I think this one is definitely something to test and play around with. Remember, I'm doing it at $10 units. You can do this at whatever the minimum is. If you're playing on the electronic, it could be $1, it could be 50 cents, whatever it is. If you're playing at a regular table, you're probably not going to be able to do these bets for less than $5. But you don't need a huge bankroll for this, as you've seen. Other than my little screw up, we didn't have back-to-back losses. I think we had it just that one time where I made the mistake. But I think this is definitely one to evaluate, simulate, test, and see what you think about it. So we'll see you on the next video. Check out the original video from Roulette Master, and we'll see you next time.